Gorgeous outside. Welcome to the My Mortgage Hound live stream. Got a great stream. We're going to look at 3 homes today. We're going to look at a multi-million-dollar home down at the waterfront in Vancouver. Really like it. We're going to take a look at that one. We are also going to relief while interest rates drop over the next few years, hopefully. Hopefully the connection's going well. My audio's going good. If someone could throw in the chat if we're up and live. The tech issues, I think, are just part of live streaming. So hopefully everyone can see us okay. All right, so housekeeping items. Let's go over a few items. Thank you. Every week, Gavin Huckins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends over some market data. So this is Oregon and Washington. Every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here. So in the state of Oregon, lockbox activity up 1.1%, fairly flat. Like we've talked about over the last few weeks, these numbers have been trending abnormally high for the seasonality. I think a lot of that has to do with the Fed rate cut last month. The statistic I hear is 8 out of 10 potential home buyers have been waiting on the sidelines for interest rates to drop. And so seeing that abnormally high lockbox activity means that people are coming off the sidelines into shopping mode and starting to look at homes. It'll be interesting to see how rates impact that, because we've actually seen rates tick up a little bit in the last 2 weeks. We'll look at that here in just a second. Lockbox activity in Washington down 7.8%, and I can feel it, right? It's been the last week or two have been a little slower traffic-wise than the week following the Fed rate cut. So, but again, 7.8% down, that's not shocking, right? Because we are in October, and this is historically a slower time of year for home shopping. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm going to call it, we are in election countdown. For the first time this year, I really feel like maybe people are waiting to see what happens with the election results. And I just started feeling that this week. We are, 3 weeks away from the election? And I had some good conversations with some of my closest agents this week, and the consensus as far as advice on this is be prepared, okay? If you are somebody on the sidelines waiting for rates to come down, I think we're gonna see improvements in rates in short blips, okay? Where we can see maybe a 0.5% drop in rates for a week or two, and then see them kind of go back up. So we're going to be on this roller coaster, hopefully trending down. If you are trying to catch one of those blips, there could be one right after the election. In 2016, I remember there was a significant drop in rates for a short window. We're talking a few days, maybe a week and a half. And I think it's because the election's so close, the markets really don't know what's going to happen. So I think no matter what, we're all going to be surprised when we wake up on the Wednesday after the election. And I think that could provide opportunities for some rate improvement. So if you want to try to capture that blip, get pre-approved now, have a list of homes ready to go, be ready to pull the trigger. If you are one of those that are wanting to try to catch a falling knife, here's your opportunity. That was a quote, catch your falling knife, okay? All right, a little bit of a tangent there, but here is our weekly snapshot. So new listings in Clark County, again, we're in Southwest Washington. New listings, 204 new homes hit the market. That's up 12%, that's great, right? We've been scared all summer, at least I have, that we were gonna run into some inventory issues as rates fall. Since rates are falling slowly, and like I said, ticked up the last week or two, we're not seeing that yet. It's really good to see new listings up 12%. Pending sales, so homes that have sold, they've gone into contract, but they haven't yet closed, 192. That's down 9% from last week. I'm fine with those numbers. Those are healthy numbers, in my opinion. And listings that have sold, so homes that were in contract that are now closed, up 10% at 179. So I like these statistics. If you're an agent in the, good morning, Gavin, in the chat, throw in what you think about these statistics. Does this feel healthy to you? It feels healthy to me. I was really nervous going into this first rate cut that we were going to see some inventory issues, but it seems healthy. I think we're approaching 3 months inventory. Gavin, good morning. If you know offhand, if you want to put in our months of inventory. And a lot of people don't know what that number means, right? When people say months of inventory, that's if no new homes were listed starting today. How many months would it take for all the inventory to get sold? And I believe here locally, Gavin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're about 3 months, which is a healthy number. Nationwide, I think we're closer to 6 months inventory. I believe is considered a seller's market. Anything 6 months or more is a buyer's market historically. So let's see if Gavin or any other agents in the chat agree with me. So yeah, so that's sit rep. That's where we're at today as far as the market goes. Interest rates. The media loved running with this Fed rate cut and rates were going to start going down. And as soon as they turn and start to skip up a little bit, the media is awful quiet. Okay, 30-year fixed, national average. Mortgage News Daily is my go-to website for an unbiased, very accurate national average on interest rates. 30-year fixed, 6.64. We ticked up about 1/8% from last week. Last week we ticked up about 1/8% from the week before. Now this isn't a huge jump, but we are trending kind of flat, leaning towards increasing. We'll see what happens next week. So 30-year fixed, 6.64. Jumbo loans, 6.75. We did have an increase in our loan limit. A jumbo loan is any mortgage loan amount that is over 800 and 4,000. In fact, let me pull that up really quick. 802,650 is the new, starting January 1, is the new maximum conforming loan amount. So any loan amount over this 802,650 is considered a jumbo loan. We're honoring these, my company's honoring these loan amounts now, by the way. So you don't have to wait till January to get that 802,650. But what I want to point out here is 6.75. Now the margin between this jumbo loan at 6.75 and a conforming loan at 6.64 is less than 1/8%, almost 1/10%. So not a big difference in rates. So don't be scared of jumbo loans. And we're going to look at one today on this multi-million-dollar condo down at the waterfront. Very excited. Hopefully, good morning, Jeff. Hopefully Lori is on. She's the listing agent. All right, so 6.64 for 30-year fixed. FHA and VA, it was so fun while it lasted seeing interest rates start with 5%, but we are up to 6.12 on FHA and 6.13 on VA. We're going to look at both of those today as well. Okay, I think that concludes our housekeeping segment of today's stream. Good morning, Ben. All right, so going back to inventory, the definition of inventory and the vocabulary used, nationally we're at 7.2 months of inventory. So if no new listings happen in the country starting today, it would take 7.2 months for that inventory to sell. Here in Clark County, it's 3.3. Those are good numbers to review because to kind of see where's the market at, how much negotiating room am I going to have. It's still a seller's market for the most part here in Clark County. I don't see that changing dramatically, although we are seeing that. It wasn't too long ago, guys. It was what, a year ago we were at 1 month inventory. So, and then nationally 7.2. Look at some homes. Our first home sent over by Lori Lanning 5615 Southeast Scenic Lane, Unit 304 in Vancouver. Listed at $2,650,000, 2-bed, 3-bath, 3,616 square foot condo. Okay. One of the reasons I started this stream is you watch like House Hunters and all these shows, and they show these amazing properties. And I always thought, man, I wonder what a mortgage payment would look like that. How does somebody afford something like that, you know? And so that's one of the reasons I was excited to show this listing here today. And not only to look at a very, very cool condo on the waterfront, but also what it would take to own something like this. Okay, so built in 2007. I'm gonna go straight to the map so we can see where this is at. Because when you say waterfront, the downtown Vancouver waterfront's fairly new. When you say waterfront, people kind of think that. This is right off Evergreen Highway in between I-5 and 205, directly across from Portland Airport. But you can see where it's located right by Whitler Community Park. So a really, really good location. You are literally 8 minutes to the airport. All right, let's see what Lori has to say. Good morning, Nathan. Nathan Gann's a good friend of mine, just started a new podcast. If the podcast is up and running, I don't know, I haven't got notification that the first episode's out, but Nathan, feel free to throw that info in the chat. Really excited to see Nathan's first episode. All right, Lori says, welcome to living on the Columbia River's edge with walking, running, and biking trails that take you on a scenic journey into downtown, new waterfront development. Beautiful beaches on the river, marina for boaters, you're very close to the marina. The Cove just steps away for a nice bite with a little wine perhaps. You can enjoy this beautiful open concept, custom designed penthouse at Tidewater Cove. The well thought out design was to capture the breathtaking views from anywhere in the home, so we'll look at that. Natural light. The kitchen is a masterpiece for the entertainers out there with abundance of built-ins, top-of-the-line appliances, butler's pantry. Great room offers many spaces to enjoy 2 large-sized decks overlooking the marina with 2 bedrooms. One is a guest is currently used as an office. So this is interesting. We were dealing with 3,600 square feet, but 2 bedrooms. So I'm excited to see how this square footage is used. All right, let's take a look at some pictures. Oh, this winter, I'm gonna have to wait till this winter to see your first episode of the podcast. Well, I'm excited, Nathan. When you are up and running, jump on here and let us know. Be more than happy to help promote you. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. So this is the door directly into our unit. So it's nice we don't have to go through a hallway to get to our unit. This is unit number 304. Beautiful front door. Okay, so here's our entryway. Nice wide entryway. Beautiful tile floors, and it looks like the first bedroom is right off the entry. Or is this an office area? This might be considered an office living area. I don't see a closet. Lori, if you are watching, say hi. I'm gonna have some questions for you, hopefully, if you're in the chat. Okay, so we have recessed lighting, nice big window. Those look like built-in cabinets. This looks like guest bathroom. Matching cabinets to that first room. Wow. So yeah, that's kind of what I expect at this price range. Is beautiful. Walk in and the first thing you see is the river and the airport across there. Love the thick carpet with that tile. Really gives a cool look. That's pretty cool art on the wall too. Another shot of our entry. Love the cabinets. Okay, I see what Lori means when she says masterpiece kitchen built for entertainers. Awesome island. I count 4, 5, 6 stools. I love too how this tile is curved here, kind of matching that counter. So that backsplash looks like a solid piece of. The kitchen's absolutely gorgeous, but that view steals the show. Looks like we do have a speaker system in the ceiling. Details, that's a good question. Gavin, can you break down inventory by city? It's like for Washougal and Camas instead of just for the county. Is that something you can break down for us? Built-in espresso maker.
Okay, I found this on the web for Washington on campus.
Siri, you are not Gavin. All right, so yeah, that's what that is. That is a butler's kitchen, which is beautiful. Most people would love that for their main kitchen. Wow. Okay, here's our dining area. Built-in cabinet or buffet, I don't know what you'd call that, behind the dining table there. That lighting over the cabinets carries into the living area. Just a huge great room. Here. Is anybody else looking at this and imagining the parties that they could throw in here? I mean, talk about bachelor pad, right? So built-in cabinets in the living room, the bank of windows, or excuse me, bank of mirrors. All right, so here's our primary bedroom. So I said in the beginning, you know, it'll be interesting. It's 2 bedrooms, 3,600 square feet. How they use the square footage? Well, they give you an enormous primary suite. I mean, this home is definitely living up to its listing price. Open primary bathroom with the bathtub behind the bed. I think that's so cool. That's a huge shower. I think they call this a wash station, where you got, looks like 5 or 6 shower heads here, a waterfall shower head. I mean, that's quite the bathroom with a view back to that closet. Oh my goodness. Look at this closet. This closet has an island. I think the mirrors in this house, you got mirrors behind the bed, a big bank of mirrors in the living room, big bank of mirrors in the closet. I think it's kind of a shout out to, you know, the 80s where you had a lot of mirrors, like mirrored closet doors and that kind of stuff. I think it's cool, very cool. Oh, look at that. So you have your washer and dryer in your closet behind a mirror. Man, what a bathroom. What a master suite, primary suite. All right, so here's deck number 1. Lori said there's 2 decks. Concrete deck, super nice. Got cedar cover. Looking out over the marina. Wow. Okay, so walking path, drone shot. So I'm assuming that swimming pool is attached to the facility. The HOAs are quite a bit in this complex. So I'm assuming that there's a lot of, to own a home. All right, I threw up a few different options. We're gonna start high and go low. 20% down jumbo loan. Again, a loan amount over that $802,650 would be considered a jumbo loan. Pulling the rate right off of, it would make our loan amount $2,120,000. Now, I would venture to guess most people that are shopping in this price range have to get down payment or maybe cash, as if they were this person. Okay, meaning maybe I have a lot saved up for a down payment, but what's the smart way to use it? And somebody in this price range is weighing the options of putting more down or paying cash versus retaining that funds and leaving it in investment accounts that are getting a return right now, as opposed to putting it down on a house. So that's kind of the mentality I had when I put these options together. So if we were just to put down 20%, which would be the bare minimum, interest rate 6.75, and then next to it, if I decided to put half down, my loan amount would be $1,325,000. And let's say I wanted to put as much down as it would take to get to a conforming loan limit, which is now $802,650. So in this, I'm taking kind of a small loan on the house and leaving $802,000 in an investment account. Gavin says, I used to live in a house the size of that closet. All right, so let's look at a quick payment breakdown. With 20% down, principal and interest, $13,750. Property taxes in this home, and it is in a high tax area, $2,076 a month, so about $24,000 a year. I doubt somebody buying this condo is going to include taxes and insurance in their payment. They're going to most likely decide to pay those on their own, so that'd be $24,000 annually. But to break it out, $2,076 a month for property taxes. Homeowners insurance, Jeff, this is a great question for you. On condos, typically you're just insuring the drywall in, so your belongings and the interior of the unit. So I'm guessing $100 a month. Usually homeowners insurance on condos is fairly affordable. Jeff, saying around $100 for homeowners insurance. No mortgage insurance here. Total payment, $15,926 a month. HOA is not included in the payment, but we do factor it in here so you can see what it is. That's a good point. Usually when it comes to homeowners insurance, Jeff, I say your homeowner insurance is going to vary depending on which insurance company you choose and what coverages you elect. I think that's going to be the big factor here, is insuring your personal belongings in a home like this, right? You may have a higher premium if you are including a bunch of jewelry and expensive things in your insurance. So we do show the HOA here, so that in your cash flow of $2,000 pool and clubhouse. If we were to put half down, that drops our principal and interest to $85.93 and our total payment to $10,769 plus our HOA. If we were to put down enough to get to a conforming loan limit, our principal and interest drops to $5,147. Total payment $73.23, and then you have the $2,000 HOA on top of that. Closing costs fairly simple. You got your down payment here, $530,000 down for 20%, 1.3 for 50% to get to that conforming loan limit, 1.8. With closing costs, prepaid taxes and insurance, all that jazz, here's your cash to close on those three options. So when we look at the total breakdown here, you can see this number does include that HOA of $2,000, includes everything: property taxes, HOA, principal and interest, and your insurance. So an $8,000 swing. Now, if you're buying, a $500,000 home, you're not going to have an $8,000 swing, but you might have a $400 swing. So maybe you want to look at putting a little bit less down and keeping that money working for you somewhere else. The same rules apply whether you're buying a multi-million-dollar house or you're buying your first home. Okay, what do you guys think of our multi-million-dollar condo? Okay, we're going to home number 2. Diana Rutherford sent 2 listings over to me. One of my favorite real estate agents. Quite the personality. One of the top agents here in Clark County. So Diana, if you are in, say hi to everybody in the chat. If you are not, I'm gonna be very upset with you because she sent over a really, really nice listing. Okay, so we're going the opposite direction from our multi-million-dollar condo. 312, 3 beds, 4 baths, 2265 square foot. This is a great price point for the family, or maybe a move up. 5. So pretty good location. Uh-oh. I lost our house. Okay, let's see what Diana has to say. Woodland Craftsman is ready for new owners. When was this house built? This house was built in 2015. Corner lot. Community living. Step inside to discover an open concept floor plan featuring a bright and airy living room. Flows into the dining room. Modern kitchen. Perfect for gathering and entertaining. I just can't stop thinking about that last kitchen and great room. Talk about perfect for entertaining, right? But seriously, this house is perfect for entertaining. Plethora of opportunities for space and privacy. Community clubhouse, which features a pool, fitness center, sports court, and playground. Perfect for family. All right, look at this difference in HOA. So we go from $2,000 a month at HOA, $55 a month for HOA. Look, when it comes to HOAs, there's a lot of opinions. This gives us a swimming pool, a clubhouse. So $55 a month for all that really is reasonable. Okay, let's look at some pictures. So there's our corner lot. Easy landscaping, fairly flat driveway, low maintenance, good curb appeal. Two-car garage, nice front porch. Nice entryway. Those look like real hardwoods. We'll see if we get a better look here. Okay, hallway with our 3 bedrooms. Guest bath. Bedroom number 1 was on the smaller size, but we're dealing with just over 2,000 square feet. Bedroom number 2. All right, very nice entryway. Now that I look at it, those may be laminate floors. If Diana was here, she could tell us, you know, the question I get the most about this stream is you should have the real estate agents on to talk about their listings in the chat when you do their listings. And I couldn't agree more. Unfortunately, Saturday mornings are usually pretty busy for real estate agents, so it's hard to get them on the stream to answer these questions. So we're going to stay on Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, but we might be adding some Mortgage Hound After Dark episodes during the week at night, so maybe we can get a little higher attendance from the listing agents. So look for that in November. I think we might be adding an additional day. We do this each week. Another shot of our entryway. Utility room coming in from the garage. Bedroom number 3. This must be our primary. Another thing I'm going to be adding too is in past episodes I've talked about using AI image generators to help visualize yourself in the home. Like you know this, they have a picnic table in there for their desk. It's kind of hard to imagine yourself in this room. Since then, there's been a lot of AI apps coming out that do just that. So we're going to start playing with those soon too, where we can take an image like this and make it, you know, a craftsman designed bedroom interior, so to help visualize what you could do with that home. So they're out there, they're getting better every day. So we'll start using those soon on the live stream as well. Because you kind of have to look past that, right? Because this home does have a lot of potential. Primary bathroom, dual vanity. It looks like there is a different floor in here that might be tile. That hardwood looking tile. Looks like a jet tub, closet. Okay. So I don't mind in the 2,000 square foot range having smaller bedrooms and having that square footage utilized in the living space, which you see here. Nice fireplace, vaulted ceiling, ceiling fan. Lots of room in this great room. Dining area between the living area and the kitchen. Okay, so some things I noticed here, being 2015 built home, we have a solid granite as opposed to tile. Backsplash, tile backsplash to the cabinets almost to the ceiling. Under counter mount kitchen sink, a nice big window. Some messages that my feed is glitchy. All right, so details, our preferred home inspector on the stream brings up a good point. This property is a good year. 2015 is a good year. Most deferred cost items start around 10 years old, so you shouldn't have much yet. And there's the nice thing about this age too is model on you would like on a 2000 built. Okay, here's another bedroom. Upstairs, I think this is a bonus room that they've converted to a bedroom because we've already seen 3 beds. So this would be the 4th, but I think this is a bonus room. There is a bathroom on a built-in. And there's no closet. So this is a bonus room that they're using. So you could tell your AI generator turn this into a man cave, put a pool table in the center so you can really get an idea of what the potential is with that. Low maintenance backyard, but it does have a covered back patio with recessed lighting, a little shed. You know, for $550 in this market, this is a great little listing. 2265 square feet. I really like it. Okay. So I wanted to show off some of our government loans. I think this house is perfect for it. Somebody coming in with little to zero down. So we're going to look at FHA first. $550,000 is our purchase price. Next to it, I have VA zero down. So FHA is going to require 3.5% down, which would make our loan amount $540,568. VA zero down makes our loan amount $561,825. But Cody, our purchase price is $550 if we're putting zero down. How come our loan amount's higher? I'll show you that. Both these loans have a form of upfront mortgage insurance. The VA calls theirs a funding fee, and that's added to your loan amount. Unless you're a disabled veteran, there's a lot that VA fee will get added on. We'll look at that here in a second. 3282 with 3.5% down, with zero down VA for our veterans out there, $3411. Property taxes are $309 a month. Homeowners insurance, I'm guessing somewhere between $75 and $100 a month. Mortgage insurance. Okay. Mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. FHA has mortgage insurance mandatory for the life of the loan, $242 a month. VA does not have monthly mortgage insurance. Huge benefit. So even though our principal interest is a little bit higher because we're putting zero down, our payment's actually over $100 a month less expensive because we don't have that mortgage insurance. Down payment, $19,250 on FHA, zero on VA. Closing costs, $3691. Here's that upfront mortgage insurance on both these loans that gets added to your loan amount, so it's not something you're paying out of pocket. $9818 on FHA and $11,825 on VA. Unless you're a disabled veteran, then that's waived. Prepaid taxes and insurance right at $5,000. So $28,000 out of pocket for FHA, $8691 for VA. We could ask, and I would probably start here in my negotiations, asking the seller to cover all of our closing costs and prepaid taxes so that we're bringing in just our down payment. So if you are a veteran, you could come in with $0 out of pocket on this. What do you guys think? Any questions on government loans? We don't do a lot of VA coverage on the stream, so I'm going to start doing more, but there you go. Thank you, Diana, for sending that over. We're going to go straight into our third home. I'm going to cruise through this one. Back on the first Saturday in August, we looked at this home up in Longview, 265 Sunset, 4 beds, 3 bedrooms. If you want a full in-depth walkthrough, go back to that first Saturday in August on our stream. But very cool listing, tons of potential, very fun project, lots of character. I mean, look at this roof, or the ceiling. It's like Noah's Ark in there. Big wood burning fireplace, huge deck. I mean, it's a lot of house with really cool architecture for under $1 million. Big sunroom. So going through these kind of quick, I just want to get to the numbers on this one. Basement with that wood burning fireplace. Look at this bathroom. This door takes you into that secret room, I think. Big office area. I mean, just a really cool house. Kind of hard to believe it's still on the market. So kind of the theme of doing this in a smart way, I want to touch on temporary buy downs. I put together on this property, only putting 5% down. 5% down allows us to keep some cash in our pocket for updating this home. Okay, so I'm coming into this house wanting to put as little down as possible. So we're going to look at 5% down. The way this is built out is using a temporary buy down. We're going to have the seller buy down our interest rate for the first 2 years. So our interest rate 6.64, but for the first year you can see it drops all the way down to 4.64. Sorry about the dog in the background. I got the door open. And my neighbor's dog doesn't like our power walkers here at the beach. All right, so the first year your interest rate is reduced by 2%, still a 30-year fixed, okay? This isn't an adjustable rate. Year 2, your interest rate goes down, is reduced by 1%, 5.64, and then years 3 through 30, we're at the full 6.64. So this is a way to kind of use your negotiations with the seller to have them buy down your interest rate for that first 2 years. So I've got 24 to 36 months to wait and see what happens with the market and try to catch a refi, okay? So it allows me to put as little down as possible without having a huge payment those first 2 years. You can see I'm saving $989. Let's call it $1,000 a month for the first year. I'm saving $500 a month the second year. And if I don't refinance in that time frame, then I'm at my full payment of $58.29 years 3 through 30. Okay. If we look at our closing costs, we're asking the seller to buy down our interest rate for the first 2 years. That's going to cost them just shy of $18,000. That's the cost of buying down the interest rate. That's how much we're going to save over those 2 years. And here's where the seller's paying that for us. So we're coming in with just our down payment and our closing costs of 52 grand. Okay, so if I have 20% to put down, I could look at putting 5% down, which might make me nervous because it's going to jack my payment up, but it allows me to use my cash to remodel this house. But then I'm taking advantage of this 2-1 temporary buy down to keep my payment low. $1,000 lower a month for the first 12 months. So that's buying a house, financing a home in a smart way. The sun is out, my screen's getting blown out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to this every week. I don't look forward to getting up and coming down out in the cold, but once I do, I really, really enjoy it. The whole theme here is helping people buy homes in a smart way. Like, subscribe if you haven't, tell a friend. We're trying to build up our subscribers. Want to thank my regulars, Details Home Inspection, Gavin Huckins with Berkshire Hathaway, Nathan Gans, Ben Young, Jeff with the Maze Agency. These are people I do business with every day, and I trust them completely. So thank you so much. Digital marketer, thank you for joining us. You guys go out and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I don't know how many weekends like this we're going to get. Awesome. Digital marketer and virtual assistant. Join us next time. Tell us more about yourself. You guys go out and enjoy your weekend. If you have any listings or any homes that you want to see on the stream, send them over. And we'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.